Hello everyone, this is Bryant with Amusement Source, and it is day 4 of CoasterCon, and we are here in Allentown, Pennsylvania at Dorney Park. This park was built in the late 1800s, lots of classic attractions, 7 roller coasters. We're actually here early celebrating the 100th anniversary of their antique carousel along with the whip, and we're also having cake. And then after that we have exclusive ride time on a number of several attractions around the park, including some of their main roller coasters. So we'll do that, and then for lunch we're going to head to the PTC warehouse, which is Philadelphia Toboggan Company. Those are the people that built the trains for the original Texas Giant, Judge Roy Scream, etc. So let's go. Our first stop is going to be Thunderhawk, which is their classic wooden coaster. You can kind of see the lift hill right there, and then of course behind that is Steel Force, which is their larger Morgan roller coaster.
This is over here. So part of this morning's festivities was celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Whip, which is a flat ride attraction, and the park has actually installed a really awesome historical sign that shows you old classic pictures. It shows you the original drawings. So that drawing was patented in 1915, and then of course the Whip here was built in 1920. So really cool history here at Dorney. attraction that's celebrating its 100th anniversary this year is their antique carousel. And this is actually at the very front of the park when you walk in, so we did backtrack a little bit. But who doesn't love a nice, antique, awesome, classic carousel? Just like at the Whip, they've put up a historical sign that explains the history of the carousel and a lot of manufacturer statistics as well. So I love that it has the speed, which is 8.2 miles per hour, but you can see this was originally built in 1921, and Cedar Point purchased the carousel in 1971 originally, and then it eventually moved over to Dorney in 1995. So this thing has quite a story.
We are celebrating something amazing today, and we are so proud to be honored with this. We're going to have 4 speakers, and we're going to start with Reverend Cliff Herring.
Ready? Ace Roller Coaster Landmark. American coaster enthusiast Ace recognizes Thunderhawk at Dorney Park in Wildwater Kingdom as an Ace roller coaster landmark, a designation reserved for rides of historic significance. In 1923, Robert Plar purchased Dorney Park from Allentown Kutztown Traction Company, which had been managed by his father Jacob since 1901. As one of his first additions, Plar replaced the park's gentler scenic railway coaster for a newer, more thrilling under-friction coaster from the Philadelphia Toboggan Company. Designed by Herbert P. Schmeck, the out-and-back coaster was built along an existing trolley line and opened on March 30th, 1924. It was named simply Coaster. In 1930, Plar, PTC, and Schmeck, Plar rehired PTC and Schmeck to redesign and reroute the original layout of the coaster into an even more spectacular design. It featured diving drops and twists that redirected the course of the neighboring trolley tracks and into the nearby picnic groves before heading back into the station. The structure was painted yellow in 1954, with locals affectionately calling the ride Yellow Coaster for many years. During this era, the park's scooter bumper cars shared the same building as the loading platform. The building's facade was also adorned with a whimsical clown mascot, Al Fundo, which stood for Allentown Has Fun at Dorney. In 1989, Coaster was renamed Thunderhawk. Dorney Park was sold to Cedar Fair LP of Sandusky, Ohio in 1992, with the coaster receiving a more modern loading platform in 1995. The 80-foot-high Thunderhawk still thrills riders along its 2,767 twisting feet of wooden track, making it the world's oldest PTC roller coaster, as well as the oldest designed by Schmeck. Presented by American coaster enthusiasts during CoasterCon 43, June 23rd, 2021.
Be my nightstand here. Mike, Philadelphia Toboggan, excuse me, and Dorney Park go way back. And we went into our archives. We did this for Hershey Park Comedy yesterday. And we'd like to give you a gift to hang in your office wall. It is a copy of the original drawing. Now, the original drawing is about 6 foot long, so we kind of shrunk it down a little bit for you. So this shows how it was originally just an out and back coaster long before it became a cycling style. But this is number 1 of number 5. This is number 1. Now listen up, folks. Like I told you yesterday, there are going to be 4 reproductions just like this, but they're on the what's like this stuff called the canvas wraparound style. It already deserves a nice frame. You guys can figure it out in your room. Mike, thank you much for having everybody here and all your friendship, and much luck to you.
That's really a treasure. So, welcome everybody. So proud to have you guys here today, and thank you Mother Nature for cooperating. One of the things I like to say is I can't remember what I had for dinner last night, but I remember the very first time I rode the yellow roller coaster. I might have been 6 years old, and I was really excited. I was finally tall enough, and I couldn't wait to ride it until I got to the steps and I looked up that lift hill. And I turned around and chickened out, and my parents didn't let me. And they drugged me up that platform, screaming and kicking and trying to get away. I was pretty sure that it was child abuse. They strapped me in, and by the time I got to the top of the lift hill, my fears were gone, and it was an amazing ride. And it's the very first real roller coaster I ever got to ride. And I think it's amazing that I so vividly remember that. And I think that's the power that we have in the amusement industry, to deliver those memories and let people go and have fun and have that rite of passage of their first roller coaster.
So that was the landmark ceremony for the Thunderhawk roller coaster, and now we've actually got to leave Dorney and go to the PTC shop so that we can have that tour. So we will come back to Dorney Park later tonight though.
I work for you. You want your number here? Yeah.
Here's a cuddle up.
Cuddle up, yeah.
Sits in the company president.
This is skis.
Yeah.
Mark, you know.
I forgot to ask
I
them what it
saw
was.
it, I
We
saw
went
it,
right
but I
by
don't
them.
remember.
Was it a fireman?
And here's another one. Somebody here must be a ski.
Many times.
I want to go into the food.
We made our way back into Dorney Park after driving back over from the PTC headquarters, and I think we're going to try to grab some food before the park actually closes, and then we'll have exclusive ride time on several attractions tonight. So one of the things they do during coaster cons are these rubber ducky races, so we've made it into Wildwater Kingdom, which is Dorney Park's water park, and we're going to race some rubber duckies. Alright, they have released the ducks. They are making their way around. And I'm curious to see how they're going to get through this little obstacle right here. This is quite a bit of water going around. Oh my goodness. Here they come.
stuck in the. He's gonna get stuck in the mushroom. I know it.
Yes. Uh-oh. The mushroom has taken its first fatality. No, stay out of the mushroom. No! Oh, they're getting out. It's just taking a while. We won't really have a chance to check out the water park during this trip, but it's very extensive. Lots of stuff to do.
A couple summers ago, we did a little New Hampshire event, and
The park's inverted coaster is Talon, which actually recently celebrated its 20th anniversary. So really fun B&M inverted roller coaster, but beware, very short seatbelts. So I have never struggled getting these on before, but this time, big struggle. The next credit on the list is Hydra, the Revenge, which is a B&M floorless coaster, and you can see this is one of the B&M attractions that drops straight down the hill right off of the lift hill, which isn't super common, so always definitely a surprise when you're riding one of these.